it's Allie. In today's video I have the Morgan Taylor Beauty and the Beast collection. I know this is a little bit late, but better late than never. So I have not featured Morgan Taylor's brand on my channel, I don't think, on my channel at all so far. I've only owned 2 Morgan Taylor polishes before I purchased this collection, so I don't think that I've mentioned them. But Shannon McHenry has been poking me, trying to get me to try Morgan Taylor for so long, and even the 2 Morgan Taylor polishes I have, which I can't call them by name, one's mint chocolate chip I think, and the other one's like a dark blue or indigo. Anyway, I haven't worn those. I don't think. I may have swatched them on a swatch stick, but I don't think I've actually worn them in a manicure. But she's been trying to get me to buy Morgan Taylor polishes for so long, and when I saw they did the Beauty and the Beast, I was like, well, I mean, you guys know if you saw my March in review, I am a fiend for Disney, and specifically like the pre-2000s Disney. I love everything pre-2000s Disney. I love it. So of course I really wanted this collection, but I was still on the fence with it because Morgan Taylor's average or retail for $9, and I'm just like, oh, I don't know if I want to pay $9 for a basic cream. I just don't think so. So Jody's polish actually came on one of my videos and commented that these were on the JCPenney website for $6. I think I paid $6 for them. The collection itself is 6 shades, and then there's 1 antique topper. We'll talk about that first. And the 6 polishes, I picked up 5 of the 6 and the topper from the JCPenney website. And then I originally ordered all 7, but then I got an email saying that the first one, or the first one that's here, Pots of Tea, was out of stock. So they refunded me for what I paid for that one, and then I went searching, and I had to search for a little while to find that one. But Nail Tech Supply is a website that I purchased that one from, and I actually got 2 more Morgan Taylor polishes from there as well, and on that site they were only $4.50. So if you're looking for Morgan Taylor polishes, that site has some of the newer ones, because I see sites that have the older Morgan Taylor polishes. That Nail Tech Supply company, they have some of the newer Morgan Taylor polishes. So you can find, I think you can find the whole collection there for $4.50 a bottle, but don't quote me on that. I know that there are a few because I just spot checked a few of them on that site. So let's see, anything else I need to mention? Yes, I will make comments on the names of these that are based on the original movie, because that just has a special place in my heart. But I know that this collection was intended for the remake, so don't beat me up too bad. I can't get over the animated Beauty and the Beast. It's such a, I don't know, it just has a special place in my heart. So without further ado, let's jump in. So first up we have Enchanted Patina. This one is the antique topper that you are supposed to be able to put over everything in this collection, or anything else really, and it's supposed to give it kind of an antique-like look. And this one is kind of a duochrome. It shifts from like a really strong reddy pink to yellow, predominantly yellow, which is like that antique gold yellow kind of shade. So I swatched this one over Be Our Guest. My live swatch is over that, and then my swatch picture is over Gaston and On, I think. Yes, Gaston and On. And yes, it is not the kind of topper that is going to show a lot of the base underneath it. It kind of overtakes the polish. I think it's supposed to. So if you go on like Ulta's website or Morgan Taylor's website, I think Ulta, I know Morgan Taylor's website, which I'll link that one below too, will show you a small little swatch of what this will look like over all the colors. It's pretty accurate because it does take over the base color quite a bit. But it still does give that antique-like feel if you're into that kind of thing. The formula of this one was very normal. It wasn't too thick, wasn't too thin. It had a very even formula, so you don't have to fix any streakiness or patchiness. It does glide on quite easily. And the finish is more of like just a shimmer than anything, kind of an antique shimmer to the polish, or to the end result, I guess. So this one was just okay. I probably will destash it, to be honest. It's not something I would reach for ever. To be completely honest, I mean, this is not my thing. But I thought I would go ahead and get it just to see what it would look like over the other polishes. Once I swatched it over Be Our Guest in the live swatch, I was like, yeah, I don't like this, so I didn't even bother. I was going to originally swatch it over all 6 of these, but I don't like it, so I didn't want to take the time to do that. Just being honest. So again, that is Enchanted Patina. Alright, and next up we have Pots of Tea. This one is kind of an alabaster iridescent. That's the description that was on the Ulta website. And I do agree with it. It is very alabaster-esque, meaning that it's like a little bit white, a little bit gray, and it also has a little bit of a blue tone to it. So the iridescent in here is kind of a gold pink iridescent. This one is very pretty, however, I don't think the iridescent shows up enough. Like, I don't know if you can see it in the picture at all. I don't think it shows up enough to really give it the name of an iridescent. I don't know, it looked pretty much like gray and white to me on the nails, which I like gray. So I liked the softness of this. I liked the delicateness of it, but it wasn't super different for me, so for that reason it was just okay. In terms of the formula, this one had a normal consistency. It was a little bit patchy on the first coat, which is kind of typical of a shade like this. I mean, honestly, you can't ask for a perfect white shade unless you're Virgo Varnish. Anyway, but yes, this one in my live swatch, I used 2 coats and it was opaque to the eye in 2. But I noted that some would need 3, and then when I did my swatch picture, I did need 3 coats for this to not show nail line in the lights. So I would say it's a 2 to 3 coater, just depending on your application and preference. And again, that's Pots of Tea. Alright, and our third polish is called Gaston, and on. Come on, guys. The name, original, come on. This sky blue, it's like a true sky blue. So pretty. Should have been named after Belle. Dress, beginning, animated movie, hello. Should have been named after Belle. Anyway, this one was a gorgeous, gorgeous, beautiful sky blue. I did like this one a lot, although it's not unique at all. I think every brand has this shade, so if you don't have it, don't run out and buy it. It has a normal consistency. It is a bit streaky on the first coat, as these pale blues, pale shades tend to be. So it did take me just 2 coats in my live swatch and in my swatch picture, so it is a pretty good 2-coat polish, but again, I'm sure you have a 2-coater that's this shade in your collection already. And there's nothing super special about it. I just really liked the color, and I would have liked it a lot more if it had been named after Belle. But anyway, again, that is Gaston, and on. Fourth up, we have Days in the Sun. Another miss. I know they're naming it after that new song that came out with the new movie, but I don't like the name. I don't like the name. This should have been something with Belle, given her yellow gold dress at the end of the movie, or they could have even named this one Gaston, and on, because he does have accents of yellow. I think his shirt is red, I think, right? And then he has like a yellow collar, and at some point he wears these yellow gloves. Come on, guys. Come on, Morgan Taylor. You don't want me to help you? I can help you. I'll help you next time, okay? Anybody who's doing a Disney collection, any type of Disney collection, I got you with the names. So anyway, this one was just a standard kind of slightly murky yellow cream. And this has a pink iridescent shimmer running through it. Similar to Pots of Tea, it's not so apparent that it just wows you. It's there, but it's not super apparent on the nail. This one had a normal consistency. It was streaky on the first and second coat, so I did need 3 coats, both in my live swatch and in my swatch picture, unfortunately. You can't get mad at bad yellow formulas, because I haven't seen a stellar yellow formula. Is there a 1-coat yellow? Let me know if you know of one. But I don't think I own a 1-coat yellow, so I mean, I don't get mad at bad yellow formulas. I like yellow polish, but because the formulas are so tricky typically, I don't wear them a lot. And this will be no different. I probably will destash this one as well. And again, this is Days in the Sun. Our next polish is called Plummet with Excitement. This one is just a soft baby pink with slight tan undertones in it. This one on the first coat, well, the consistency of it is thin to normal, so on the first coat it did go on a bit streaky. I was really surprised, but this one was opaque for me in 2, both in my live swatch and in my swatch picture, so that was exciting, but very weird. I was not expecting that. And yeah, it's just okay. Again, nothing super unique, nothing you need to run out and get, because I'm sure you have something along this line in your collection already. If you own an OPI or an Essie, I'm sure you have something along this line in your collection. But it did have a decent formula for a shade this color, so if you don't have one of those in your collection, then this one would be okay to add. And again, that's Plummet with Excitement. And next we have my favorite of the collection. This is called Be Our Guest, and it's not just for the name. I really just love this one. This one is kind of a watermelon pink. It's, you know, almost that line between pink and red, where you can call it a pink or a red, you can call it a light red or a dark pink. But it's gorgeous. The formula, flawless, very normal formula on the first coat. It is like so even and beautiful. It's just a little bit sheer, just slightly sheer, and requires 2 coats, but it just requires 2. In the live swatch, that's what I used, and in the swatch picture, that's what I used. So this one is a solid 2 coater. This is one I will definitely be keeping my hands on. I don't love reds, I don't love pinks, but when I find one that's beautiful on the nails and a gorgeous formula, I absolutely keep my hands on it. So yes, I can't rave enough about this one. It's just if it were 1 coat, it would be flawless, but it's as close to flawless as it can get without being 1 coat. And again, that's Be Our Guest. And our last polish is called the Last Petal, appropriately named. This one is, I would say it's like a berry metallic. I think they named it like a red pearl on the website or something like that. I don't know what that means, but because it's not what's polished to me. That's not what the polish is to me, but it's almost like a red base with a ton of magenta shimmer. So maybe that's what they were going at with the whole pearl situation. Anyway, this one had a flawless formula. It was just a normal, even 1 coat wonder. Just 1 coat in my live swatch, as you can see, and 1 coat in my swatch picture. Just, I mean, when you've been swatching 3 coaters, because 2 of these needed 3 coats at one point, getting a 1 coater is just like a breath of fresh air. So I did like this one. Will it stay in my collection? I might keep it in my collection for a quick like Christmas shade. It's a really nice party shade, in my opinion, like a holiday party shade in my opinion. So it might stay in my collection for that reason. It would be something really quick to put on for a Christmas party or something like that. But otherwise, I don't gravitate towards these shades, so it would stay in my collection because of the formula, not because of the color. So those are my feelings on it, and again, that is the Last Petal. So you guys can pretty much tell from the review that the last 2, Be Our Guest and the Last Petal, were my 2 favorites of the collection. The rest were just okay, nothing stand out, nothing terribly unique, and even those weren't terribly unique. I don't think there's anything other than the topper. There's nothing unique in this collection at all. Pots of Tea could be unique if the shimmer came out a little bit more. The same for Days in the Sun. If the shimmer was popping a little bit more, I think it would be a little bit more unique, but as is, skippable collection unless you're like me and you need Beauty and the Beast in your life. I just love nostalgic stuff. Like Glam Polish always gets me with their collections because anything that reminds me of childhood or something that I participated in, like their Rydell collection, I really want that collection because I was in Greece in high school, and it just, I don't know, I love the movie and I loved being a part of that musical, and I don't know, I really want it. So anything that's nostalgic for me, I usually will get, especially when it's in nail polish, because that's like the best of both worlds. But this collection I was maybe less than impressed with. It was okay. The formulas were okay. Uniqueness, it was lacking to me in the titles, and maybe that's just because it was based off of the new movie and not the old one, but the titles were less than thrilling to me. So I don't know, that's just my opinion on it. I'd love to hear which of these 7 were your favorite. And so for those of you who are not familiar with the Morgan Taylor nail polish brand, bottles, brush, whatever, this one I just want to show you the brush. It's kind of very interesting. It's like OPI meeting Wet n Wild's Mega Last brush. So you know how OPI has that wide paddle brush that's just straight, and then the Wet n Wild Mega Last has the fanned out but also tapered brush where it kind of fans out and then the top is, you know, round and tapered a little bit. So that is how this is, but unlike the Wet n Wild Mega Last brush, this one is incredibly thin. More along the lines, actually thinner than OPI. I love the brush. I feel like it's very easy to use. If you have small nail beds, it's not that easy to use. I can guarantee you it won't be, because I did struggle with swatching my pinky with this one, so that was a little bit unfortunate, but at any rate, I still think that the brush is nice. The polish just glides on off the brush, which I appreciate as well. Let me do my lips and my nails for you guys, and then you'll be off. So on my nails, I am wearing Picture Polish's Orchid. If you're following me on Facebook or Instagram, you already know my thoughts on this. I'm less than thrilled with it. $15 of sheerness. So yeah. It's supposed to be a holographic, but it's just a silver flaky. And then on my lips, I'm wearing a brand new, I just bought this like 2 days ago, brand new lipstick by Milani. Of course, you guys already knew. This one is called Uptown Mauve, and it is a gorgeous, not mauve at all shade. It's just really pretty though. So that's what's on my lips, that's what's on my nails. Thank you guys for watching. I would love to hear which of these polishes was your favorite, and I will see you guys in the next video very soon. Bye.